Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Super Mario Brothers Wonder. I almost said New Super Mario. No,
it's not.
No, Super Mario Brothers Wonder Direct Pre-Show starring us. We've got about 57-ish minutes left until this 15-minute direct airs, all about Super Mario Brothers Wonder, a game I think we've only seen once so far. We only had that initial reveal trailer. Is that correct?
Yes, yeah, we only had the initial reveal trailer back in June, like 2 months ago.
Okay, yeah, so it's been in our minds, but it has really been nowhere else. So this is our second official look at the game, hoping for a deeper dive, of course. Chat, let me know how you're doing, how everything is sounding, what you had for breakfast. You know the whole deal. Yeah, I always gotta know. So how's everybody doing today? Okay, looks like people are doing good. Hello. Hype for this game. Magical Revy says, I'm doing great. Sound is okay. All right. Well,
Okay.
that's not what I want to hear. I want to hear, wow, this sound is like lighting up my morning. This is gorgeous in my ear holes. Divine Zenith says that they had an egg sandwich. Heck yeah,
Ooh,
dude.
very nice.
Heck yeah. Sound is good. Okay. I'm hearing sound is good now. Okay.
Okay, good.
Tris, what are the chances? I want a percentage chance that we see Charles Martinet during this presentation.
Man, you know,
Percentage chance, Tris. Percentage chance.
60.
60. Oh my God. Okay. I saw somebody in the chat said 100. Jonathan said 100. Dear God, 100. All right. Well, listen, you think it's more likely than not that we will see Charles Martinet in this. Tell me tell me about this.
I do think it's more likely because it is a Mario-specific event, and with his new role as a Mario ambassador, I kind of feel like them tacking it onto this isn't unlikely. I think it actually would kind of make sense, rather than if we had a general direct, let's say, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks from now, sometime in the middle of September.
Okay.
If we had a Mario section where Charles Martinet comes out and Miyamoto comes out and they have that little section, and it doesn't serve to add or do anything with anything else that's there. Like, sure, maybe they'll have another look at Mario Wonder during them, but that's so soon after this. And I don't think there's anything else that's really coming out. I guess WarioWare, but that's not Mario. That's not the focus that they would be putting on that. It would kind of feel out of place anywhere else, I feel like.
Yeah.
Unless they just randomly put it on Twitter.
Well, that's
which
the
they
thing.
could do.
I kind of feel like randomly out of place is the name of the game with this. I think that Charles Martinet Miyamoto video is gonna come like randomly right in the middle of like all this like new Mario Wonder content, because they're like please don't pay attention to this. I was thinking about this philosophically, and I was like, I feel like we're in an age of Nintendo right now that is not into personalities. You know what I mean? Like, Doug Bowser is not trying to be Reggie. And I even feel in the directs, like the personalities that we have, it's like everybody, like, it's all muted to a degree. And I think maybe the move away from Charles Martinet, this dude that's like out here at like conventions, like doing Mario voice, I think maybe that played a role. And I feel like they don't want you or I, or children for that matter, to think about the man behind the video game. You know what I mean? They want you to see Mario and think Mario, and not think Charles Martinet.
Who voices Mario.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And before it comes up, I think the movie announcement, like the casting announcement for the movie was different. I think that was
100%.
definitely something different.
That's how you sell tickets. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that's an entirely different philosophy. Just before that comes up here.
Right.
Yeah, I definitely think that makes sense. So I guess that means maybe it is more likely then that we'll just see it randomly dropped on Twitter one day as here's a little video from Mr. Miyamoto and Charles Martinet about the future of Mario's voice or something like that on like a random Monday morning or something like that. It's like a 2-minute video. That's it.
Yeah, I agree. if even. Fun fact for you. Fun fact. It is so hard to find a picture of Miyamoto and Charles Martinet together. It is so, like, shockingly hard. Like, you would not think it was this hard. I was looking yesterday, and I was like, I think there are two. I think there are literally two. And and both pretty old. So, like, if they do that video and they're, like, sitting in the same room, that's going to be, we're going to be using those pictures for thumbnails for years. Well, maybe not. I don't know how much we're ever going to talk about Charles Martinet again. So, you know, it's end of an era. But
depends on what the Mario ambassador role brings.
That's true. That's a good point. Okay. I've got Maxwell in the chat who is screaming, Jake, I need you to listen. So I'm going to take a moment right now. We're going to switch over to the Jake cam.
Oh, the Jake cam.
And now I'm just listening. This is just a time for us to listen. You know? All right. All right.
What a great way to introduce your second camera.
All right, the Jake cam. Yeah, we went to the Jake cam. We had a moment of listening for Maxwell. Maxwell says, "Hi, Jake." That's what we got. All right. Thank you, everybody. Okay. Oh God, you never know what's gonna happen in these morning streams, everybody. You know,
that sounds great.
Andre's asleep. I can do whatever I want. I'm in control, baby. Okay. Oh God. So okay. All right. So we've got. So I like this as a baseline. We've got Charles Martinet appearing in this presentation at a cool 60%. What are the chances, percentage chance, that we get a new playable character in this presentation?
Does that count? And yes, it does. Like if like Blue Toad shows up, does that count, or is that just an alternate color or Toad like the Yoshi colors?
No. A character outside of Mario, Peach, Daisy, Toad, Yoshi, and Luigi.
Okay, I don't see it happening.
Okay, not today.
No, not today.
Okay.
Like I mentioned during predictions, I think we'll have another playable character.
Yeah.
But there'll be like the secret unlockable character that for some reason they'll talk about like a week out from the game, but not now.
Whoa,
not now.
Chad agrees with you. Chad is big. Chad agrees. I'm seeing like 5 and 10% in the chat mostly. Okay. So Charles Martinet, much higher chance of appearing than a new playable character. Okay, I like it.
They had a pretty big focus in that first trailer on like, look at all these characters you can play as, and I kind of feel like they won't do that again because then it begs the question: why not just tease all of the playable characters in the first trailer then? Unless there's secret unlockable characters, in which case, yeah, of course. But I don't think a month and a half out from the game is when you reveal that, or slightly under 2 months is when you reveal that.
Yeah,
like Rosalina in 3D World, I think was literally like a week or two out from launch.
Okay, let me ask you this. We know, obviously, there are a bunch of new playable characters in this game.
Yep.
Do you? I don't know. It's not about if you think. Do you want them to have different abilities? Do you want them? Do you want them to be the same, or have different little powers?
I think I do want them to have different abilities because I think that was part of the fun of the different characters in 3D World, and it also added to the replay value. If you wanted a bit more of if you play through the whole game as Peach, for example, it'll be a very different experience playing through the whole game again as Toad, which the game encouraged you to do. The game encouraged you to complete every level with every character. Much easier if you're doing it in multiplayer, mind you.
Right.
But I think it adds to the replay value of the game, and it adds to why you even have the multiplayer. Cool. Because instead of everybody being exactly the same, it adds reason behind your character picks. Also, because I see a bunch of people in chat asking, yes, I have Yoshi on my shirt.
Nice. Speaking of playable characters, we got a super chat from Andrew Pitcher, who decided to join us this morning. Andrew Pitcher pitching in $2 for the super chat, says, I hope Waluigi playable, man. Listen, I my pitch for this. In case you didn't watch our discussion the other day, my pitch for this is that there should be a like cursed Wonder transformation. Okay, so you get the little Wonder Seed, but it's like opposite Wonder Seed, and it turns Mario goes and he turns into Wario. Luigi turns into Waluigi, and this gives you the chance to establish Wa Peach and Wa Daisy and Wa Yoshi.
Well, no, that's just Boshi.
That's yeah, but they won't do it. Mario RPG's right around the corner. They don't have the guts.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
That did. Like, hearing that did remind me of Super Mario 64 DS.
The hats?
Where you had, the hats, where you had them transforming into each other, but they still had their original voice clips. So the really funny image of like Wario running around, but he's making Yoshi noises.
No, yeah, that's fantastic. That's listen, they're open to it. I think Wario is basically dead to Nintendo. All right, they've got this man.
He's getting Wario.
No, they've got this man running around with a motorcycle helmet and a jean vest. That is not Wario. That is I don't know who that man is. All right, I want somebody. The cool thing about the old like Wario Land games was that I always felt like they were selling Wario as like this tough customer. He was like gonna take you out back and get in a fight with you. And now he's like a corporate CEO making micro game. What?
He's an indie game developer now for some reason.
I don't like it. I
think some people in chat said the music might be a little bit too loud.
The music's getting loud? Okay. It looks like we might have gone over to a track that it decided to get really bumpy.
Might be what happened.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, chat. Thank you. Okay. Reaper Psycho in the chat says Outback Steakhouse. I don't know why, but I love Outback Steakhouse, dude.
You said Wario would take you out back to fight you.
Oh, yeah, dude. Wario would love Outback Steakhouse. You know what? Because he would go hard for the bloomin' onion. He would think that was delicious.
Oh, man.
And it is. Based Wario. So, okay, Bazooka Sniper in the chat says Super Mario Walu Wonder. And I do think, somebody brought this up in our discussion in the chat the other day, that like a cool expansion or something would totally be like Wario Wonderland. Like that'd be so awesome. Oh man, throwback. All right. Okay. So Jake, Joel asks, if players change into WoW versions, what changes in the gameplay? Great question. So
what if it reverses their abilities, if they have abilities?
So okay, here's my thought. I was like, okay. I think like we immediately know what Wario's ability is. It's classic. He's got to be able to like break through stuff. He's got to do a shoulder charge. We know that is the case. And I was like, all right, what is and then moving to Waluigi, what would be the same but different? And I think to myself, okay, he should also be able to get through bricks, but he doesn't break them. He instead slinks through their cracks.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just imagine it. Imagine like a worm. Like he's so lanky, and he just like SpongeBob, like squeezes his body. You know, like I think they could do a great animation for that. Chad is against me so far. All right.
See, with the lankiness, what I was thinking was like bouncing off of his head in multiplayer would make him like spring you up higher.
Whoa. He is a functional
that's what I was
multiplayer spring.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. All right. I mean, I feel like the sky is the limit with this. Wait, Essie Luna in the chat, great idea. Yoshi turns into a human.
There's been so many people talking about that, especially in the coming days. Like, they think everyone's going to get different animal power-ups or different animal abilities instead of just Elephant Mario. And they think Yoshi's going to turn into a human.
Whoa, dude. Kind of like Teddy in Persona. Turns
yeah.
Into, yeah. Wow, listen, I'm interested in seeing human Yoshi. I was thinking about it the other day, honest to God, and I was like, you know, the Mario Brothers characters, you don't really get a core new one of these very often. You know, I feel like you have to go all the way back to when you get like Waluigi in Mario Tennis, and then like you get Rosalina in Galaxy, who I feel like is part of the gang in some ways. And I was like, man, I wonder if it's time. I wonder if it's time for a new one. And I'm thinking about this a lot. I'm like, you know, it's 2023. I think it would be cool if there was a Mario character that was like a person of color. And I've just been like, I don't know, thinking about like how many kids play Mario and stuff, and like as like a white person being able to just kind of like play as white people my whole childhood and that kind of thing. I like I don't know, man. I've just been, this has been on my mind a lot. I'm like, I feel like there's especially with the movie now, there's like so many kids and stuff that are just like, of course, like always into Mario, like icon for the past 30 years. But like, man, it would be cool if there was like a character in this game that was black. Just so those people could see that in a Nintendo game on that screen, choose to play as that character if they wanted. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So I've just been thinking about that a lot. I think that would be cool.
No, it definitely makes sense. You definitely look at the cast of Mario, and you do really see that a lot of them, look like they come from the same background or very similar backgrounds. But you really don't have that diversity. You have the species diversity, sure. You have Toads, you have Yoshis, you have like all the different enemies, yeah. But like the human or humanoid characters, you could push that a little bit more. Yeah. Like Nintendo's been doing in many of their other games.
Yeah. So. And I understand there's really no in any of these Nintendo games, there's really no actual cultural diversity. It really comes down to just like the color of their skin. But that's also why I think it's so easy. It's so easy to just be a little inclusive in that way. So I don't know. Mm-hmm. Maybe even a toad. Maybe that's how you do it. Bring in some dark skinned toads. That'd be cool. All right. So let's see. We've got, according to my timer on the screen in the bottom right corner. You see that, everybody? Have you noticed the timer? 41 minutes. That's right. Until this puppy pops off. 15 minutes of content. Chat, I want to know from you. What do you want to see today? Oh, Iggy Garcia says, "Did you miss my super chat?" Oh, Iggy, I did. Thank you for alerting me. Let's rewind. So I really think that there should be no, I'm just kidding. All right, can you guys believe Iggy Garcia, $5? Thank you so much for being here. Iggy, can you guys believe that we're 2 years away from Mario's 40th anniversary? Is that true?
Yep.
Wow. What are you guys hoping to see?
We're coming up on it.
From Nintendo to celebrate this milestone? Oh my god.
You know what the first thing I think they're going to do is?
Tell me.
Like, they're going to bring back Super Mario 3D All-Stars as another limited release.
Oh, Tris, don't say that. Don't say that. That's so depressing.
At that point, it'd be the next console, but they'll release it again, I think. Among other things. But I do think getting that physically available again, because according to Nintendo, it was limited. They had the whole, it's only available for a limited time, even though in a lot of stores, pretty much up until the last few months, you could still buy it. I think they'll put that out again for a limited amount of time, and I think that'll be one of the first announcements they make.
So sad.
There'll be more, but I do think that is going to happen during that time.
Anniversaries are special because they don't happen all the time. And I just think, like, I've been thinking about this a lot, Tris, with Pokemon. I think Pokemon's approaching their, like, 30th anniversary, if I'm not wrong.
I think so. Unless we already had it.
I think it's approaching. And this was on my mind because, back me up, Tris.
Approaching. 3 years away. 3 years away.
Okay. What will the year be?
2026.
That'll be, okay.
That'll be Pokemon's 30th.
Okay, interesting. Okay, because I've been thinking about this of course, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet were the Gen 9 games. And maybe this is psychopathic of me, but I just feel like Gen 10 should be a big deal. Like, it should call attention to itself in a certain way. And I was like, man, I think 2026 then would maybe align with not Gen 10, but like your second Gen 10. You know what I mean? You're like, your second Gen 10 game, the one that matters, the second game in the.
Yes, your next Gen 1 remake.
Yes, yeah, exactly, right, right. And I don't know. I've just been thinking a lot about this, and I just feel like I want these things to matter again. I want these anniversaries to matter, and I kind of think in the space, the only major like publisher that actually cares about anniversaries is Nintendo, but that's also because I think Nintendo just has like a place in the industry that is more like lasting in a way. So so it kind of makes sense. All right.
I definitely think we could see that from like I think we could see like some sort of big anniversary celebration in a few years for Mario, because I gotta be honest, 35th anniversary was a very strange one to celebrate as big as they did. And they had a lot for 35. I kind of feel like naturally they would just go higher for 40, but
Yeah, I don't know. It was sometimes they just say it's some kind of anniversary and do a bunch of stuff, and I'm just like, all right,
Like
if you say
35th,
so, yeah.
35th felt to me like, okay, well, we did a big thing for 20 because that's big. 25 is big. 30 is big. Let's do 35. Like that's kind of what it just felt like. Like I don't see people hyping up 35 as a number much outside of when they did that one.
Yeah.
40 will be big, and in a few years we'll see what they do then. But
yeah, new OJ in the chat says Zelda 35th was robbed, and it's like I kind of get it. I just like, in a weird way, Zelda is like just not the same like level of worldwide product as Mario. Like the games are of course a big deal, but Mario's like a product. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mario's like the theme parks and the mobile game and the movie and the merch and the cart. Yeah.
Zelda 35th, as disappointing as it may seem in retrospect, was Skyward Sword HD, which was originally the 25th anniversary game. Getting that game back again. And though it came out a few years earlier, Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition really is a celebration of the series. That can't be ignored. And it was brought to Switch. I think it should have been held off for the anniversary with a little bit more content, the Definitive Edition, but that is a celebration of the series in that way. And I think it would have been received very differently if the Definitive Edition waited a little bit and added some more.
Where's the next Warriors Nintendo game? Where is that?
I think we'll see that in I almost said November, in February. In the annual February Direct.
Oh. Throw a dart for me. Any idea what the game will be?
I just hope it's not Zelda or Fire Emblem again. I just want something new.
It would be really disappointing if it was. Like, I think it would be cool if it was like, okay, and this one's like tying into Tears of the Kingdom. Maybe you go play the story in the past, like that. Like that's cool. That's cool.
Like I would enjoy it. I would enjoy it.
Yeah,
but I want to see them. I want to see the new take.
Me too. Me too. Yeah. Yeah, I just had like a cool experience demoing Persona 5 Tactica, and it reminded me how much I like when we take this existing thing and just like put it in a new genre, and you kind of like emulate some aspects of the original game and stuff. And I was like, oh man, this would be. I want to do this again, but I've seen them do this with Zelda, and I know that they can do it, and I kind of even know what it looks like. It'd be. I'd like to see them do it with something else. Like if you're all of a sudden you're trying to sell me on that with like Splatoon, I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. All right, excited to see that. That's cool. I mean, Pokemon's the dream, but I can't put too much stock in it. I just don't see I don't see TPC going for it. I don't see them going for it, but maybe that's me. Okay. Getting back to please.
Seen a few people in the chat also asking if we think there'll still be like a general September Direct.
Oh, 100%.
100%. There's been one every single year.
Yeah.
I mean, though the timing for this is a bit odd comparatively, we had a Splatoon Direct last August, and then we still had a general Direct in September. I think the reason why this is happening at the very, very end of August, or depending on your time zone on the other side of the world, very early September, I think that's because of events like PAX, PAX West.
100%.
I think it's definitely tied to that. Whereas the September Direct usually precedes Tokyo Game Show. And it's more of a, like, contractually they need to have a showcase for their third-party partners. That's why some years it's been a partner showcase. I think we'll still get a general Direct. There'll be more third-party in there than maybe some people would like. But by like, I don't know, let's say by September 20th at the latest, I think we'll see another general Direct happening in September. It'll go over, reminding us everything coming out before the end of the year, and then we get to see the big title coming in March.
Yeah, 100%. Lock it in. I'm looking at a calendar right now of the next month, and I'm just like, all right, what day is this going to fall on? And I'm like, I'm just gonna pick it. I'm just gonna pick it for you right now. These are typically on Tuesdays, Wednesdays.
General Directs are usually Wednesdays.
Wednesdays. All right.
Yep.
September 13th. See you in 2 weeks.
That's when it was last year.
See you in 2 weeks. See you in 2 weeks. September 13th. Lock it in, chat. We'll get our September Direct. Should be a good time. But yeah, so I think this is kind of fun because we get 15 minutes of Mario Wonder, and I think like in practice, what this does is it makes it so that after the general Direct that I think is in 2 weeks, it like the thing we're not all talking about is Mario Wonder. And, you know, so we can actually, like, give some time, focus, and attention to some of these other games.
Yeah.
Because I think if Mario Wonder's included, you just can't help. You just can't help. That's going to steal the show. So,
I think also they do things like this to try and stop the segments of directs that are, like, 10 minutes long, focused on one game.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that's why they've started doing more of the game-specific directs. Because people generally don't like, even if it's a game they really want, they don't really like when a direct has such a huge focus on one game and then everything else, because it just takes up the whole conversation, and most of the time.
Right.
So doing this first allows, if they have a Mario Wonder trailer in a general direct, it'll just be a trailer. They won't need to go more in depth on it because they've already had this.
All right, let's shift on back to Mario Wonder now. We're entering about 32 minutes here until the direct starts, so plenty of time to talk. Honestly, I'm happy to talk about anything. Chat knows the vibe. Chat knows the vibe. We're just hanging out until the show starts. I'm seeing a lot of excitement in the chat about animal transformations, and it's so interesting. I feel like you show Elephant Mario. We've got him on our little frame right here in front of us. And I think this communicates to a lot of people that animals are part of this game.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess I just don't necessarily know if that's true. But do you think it's fair to take that as like a fact that like, oh yeah, like, because here's the thing, Tris, stay with me. We see another transformation in the video, and it's like Mario is a big stupid boulder.
Yeah. So
yeah,
the boulder and all those other like weird transformations like are
Wonder Flower. Yeah,
those are things related to the
It's not a power up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I guess I just think if there was
it's more like an event.
Right. I guess I just think if there was like an animal theme or any animal theming to this, that maybe like you would take that opportunity instead of making him a boulder to make him like, oh dear God, help me out. Somebody, an animal that rolls. Oh God.
Like an armadillo?
Yeah, like an armadillo. Exactly. Yes, like an armadillo. Okay, yeah, that'd be perfect. I don't know, but maybe that's just they don't want it to just be so animals, you know? No,
hedgehog.
Guys, chat. I was not gonna say hedgehog. That was the thing. That's the thing. It came into my mind, and I couldn't think of anything else. I was literally like, oh God, I can't say hedgehog right now. So yeah. Oh my God.
It'd be so funny.
But
no.
yeah. So you think animals are we can expect more animal power-ups for sure?
I think we can, and I think I think this direct will tell us: is it elephant for everyone, or is it everyone gets a different one and just Mario's elephant, which would add to the character unique abilities?
Okay, yeah.
Or are there more animal power-ups? I think this will be the time that we actually see those.
Where do you land on that? Do you think everybody can turn into an elephant, or do you think it like you hit the little block and it pops out like whoever you're playing as like two different? You know what I mean? Like I feel like the games kind of do that sometimes. Yeah.
I think everyone has an elephant, but we'll see other animals like for other power-ups. Just because I feel like New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe really pushed the Super Crown for Toadette. And it was only for Toadette, and it showed up a lot, even if you weren't playing as Toadette.
That's right. That's right.
So I kind of feel like they want to stay away from that, just because the amount of level design you would need to do to accommodate. Okay, well maybe someone's playing this level just as Daisy. We can't make the Mario power-up spawn, but someone else is going to play it just as Toad. Well, you have to be able to clear the level still. So you can't make an ability. It can't be an ability that then would require a specific character to be used. So, unless it's like everyone gets an animal power-up, but it's really inconsequential and doesn't actually do much, I kind of feel like Elephant would make the most sense, and it's an ability that anyone can use, and you can deal with something in the environment because of it.
I'm going to respond to that, but first let me hit these super chats. Yep. Lion of Demise, $5. Lion of Demise! I see you in the chat all the time. Thank you for being here. Bring back Wart. We've been wondering. Well, wonder. Okay, hold on. That calls for the J Cam. Wondering. We've been wondering where he's at. Listen, we theorized about it. Wart might be coming back. And then we got the Vidiots. $2. Jake. Hedgehog. Again. I know. People keep pushing this hedgehog thing on me. They keep pushing this on me. But anyways, thank you for the super chats. Okay. Elephant thing. I'm of the mind that I think everybody is going to get an elephant as well. But the one
Yeah.
thing holding me back, Tris,
Mhm.
I cannot imagine Toad as an elephant. I just can't make my mind see the transformation. And maybe that's me. Maybe that's a creative issue on my part. But I just am like, am I really gonna have a video game here with like 4 characters lined up with big boy elephants? Like, I don't know. Like, it's hard for me to believe. But I guess, but I think so. I don't know.
Yeah, I think so. I think all the elephant power-ups, they're gonna look like Elephant Mario. Like that's the general look, except Luigi will have his mustache. The eyes and eyebrows will be different, but otherwise the clothes are gonna match the characters specifically. But I think the model of the elephant and the size of the character as the elephant form is gonna look exactly the same.
You know what?
Yoshi's might be green.
Yeah.
But
I think so too.
Otherwise. Yeah.
But okay, you know what it is? Toad has no nose. And the other characters have a nose that you can in my mind, I transform the nose into the trunk. And
so you're gonna get Toad just growing a nose.
Exactly. It's odd. It strikes me as odd. Oh man. Okay. He would look like a genie. Oh yeah. Who's that? Diddy Kong Racing. Remember that character?
Oh, you're right. I don't know the name, but I do. Yeah,
that
I do
guy.
recognize what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be fun. Yeah, I mean, listen. So a lot of people are kind of throwing out some Taj, dude. Taj. Yeah, that character was awesome. A lot of people are throwing out some suggestions in the chat for different animal characters that we could see. And I think I really hope that this is part of the game, because I think that there's a lot of inherent fun in these animal transformations, and I find them to be more exciting than typical Mario power-ups. Yeah. So I do hope we get that in this. I don't know, and just like this art style, like seeing them transform, it's such a fun little time. I think it's something that when you play the game, you might like get over it quickly. But since we're not playing it now, we're just watching it. I think it's like a really fun thing to see in a presentation like this. What chat made you do that reaction? Which one?
Toad as a toad.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I really like that, actually. That's really funny.
See, I can see that transformation. No nose. I can see that.
Yeah, that does make me think though. Like I mentioned during our prediction chat the other day. It'd be fun if we got like some classic power-ups back, like the frog suit, for example. But we mentioned during our predictions that what if we see a lot of these power-ups, like the super bell for the cat suit, the Tanuki suit, but it actually makes you the animals this time, as a part of one.
Oh yeah, all about that.
Suits,
yeah,
they're the animal transformations, which makes them slightly different than what they were before. Maybe maybe just because we're in a new world and because of Wonder stuff. But I think that would also make even returning power-ups fun.
Yeah, that idea hits in my head too, because I think it matches like kind of the theme of the world and about how like upending expectations in that way. And I think it would be cool to see a power-up and be like, oh, I know what this is. And then you go up and grab it, and then Mario's like, it's like, oh god, no, Mario. It's like, yeah, no, I think that'd be such a good time. And then people are mentioning like the bee power up. Like, yeah, that'd be a cool one to bring back. Because I think that was only in Galaxy
1 and 2.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. That was a good time. I like that bee power up. Shout out to Galaxy power ups. Galaxy power ups, good stuff.
I think the only one I didn't like was the rock mushroom, because that's just weird. Where you turn into like the giant ball. You're basically just a giant bowling ball, but you're a boulder.
Okay.
It's a little weird, but many of the yellow ones are pretty good. Yeah. If not underutilized. But
Born96 sends us a super chat. Looks like they're from across the pond there, because that's in pounds, baby. So who knows what time it is. A new power up I would love is roller skates. If the Wiggler and Koopas can have them, why not the gang? Yeah, this is what would this be? Pokemon X and Y vibes. You get your roller skates. Yeah, I love roller skates. I'm in. I like it.
Yeah. No, I think that would actually be really cool. It'd be great for like time trial runs, like speed running levels. If you get something that helps you move even faster.
Yes. Chatter, I'm so sorry. Forgive me for this. I saw your message and now I've lost it and I don't know who it was. But somebody was asking about if there could be like alternate modes in this game, and if that's something that they might talk about here. Because I think, Tris, I was thinking about like the conversation, the conversation in the zeitgeist about this game. Today we have reviews going live. We don't, but the world does. Has reviews going live for the Starfield, the big Xbox title hitting the planet. And I was like, you know what? You got this 2D platforming game coming out, this little bitty Mario game. You know that there's going to be that little subsection of the internet going, 60 doll hairs for this? Justify it. And I think Nintendo knows that might be a thing. So I think part of this presentation might be, look at all of this content. Look at all this stuff we got. And I think a mode would be a really cool thing to show today. That's just like, it's not just going through level, you know, doing all these things you're used to. Here's a new thing. I would love to see a new mode. Is there anything you'd like to see in particular, modes concerned? Yeah.
We talked about it a little bit too during our predictions, where I think with multiplayer being, you know, right out the door, another big factor of this game, kind of like the new Super Mario Brothers games, but clearly looks like there's gonna be more to it this time. I would love if there was some like special multiplayer mode. Like I know you talked a bit about Sonic Superstars had like just recently revealing like a battle mode, sort of thing. And I would love to see if there was some sort of online multiplayer mode for this game that isn't just co-op. Something different about it, like whether it's mini games or like time trial run racing, like something different than the main story mode and co-op. I think would be really fun to do and showcase, and you know, give you even more reason to play as different characters and do something online with your friends.
Somebody in the chat mentioned DS multiplayer battle mode. What's that? Do you know?
In New Super Mario Brothers on the DS, there was like a little battle mode against each other. I think it was like a race to the finish, but you can interfere with each other with items, if I remember correctly.
Cool.
It's kind of neat.
Yeah. I've always like, I think something that's underutilized in these games is, you know, typically when you're doing multiplayer, I think because of how the levels are designed and how they change and stuff, you just have to do it this way. But it's like, you always kind of have to be on the same screen at the same time. And I've always wished that there was a mode or something that took advantage of like actual online multiplayer and being in like your own, like you can go off and come back and like see the other person. I always want that. And I understand why there are some like design challenges there, but I always thought it would just be cool if it was like, even if something as simple as it's just a race and you see the other person there and it's like 3, 2, 1, go. You know, it's like, that'd be so fun. I'd be so down for that. Oh, man.
As long as it's better than Mario Maker 2's multiplayer where you race each other, because that ran so poorly.
Oh yeah, that's true. Always got to remember the monkey's paw of Nintendo Online. Oh man. Yeah. Sometimes it's fine though. I've been playing a lot of Smash Brothers lately. It's got its hooks in me again. I've discovered that I think Mewtwo is one of my best characters, actually. I've been getting really good with Mewtwo.
Nice.
A little sneak preview for my Nintendo Direct thoughts that we're going to have in a couple weeks. I think Smash is coming back.
Interesting. You know,
I've been thinking a lot about this.
If we bring that up right now.
Really?
Because there's like apparently talk of like so many of the Smash amiibo are getting restocks now. Ones that haven't had restocks since the Wii U and 3DS days.
I think, see, people in chat are already saying, how are they going to top Ultimate? That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I think we're going to get a Booster Course Pass-esque. That's right. That's right. That's right. I'm saying it, Tris. I really do. I really think that Mario Kart's going to be done at the end of the year. And I think we need something for the last year before Switch 2 comes out. And I think Switch 2, you're not going to do, how do you top Ultimate? Ultimate, Deluxe, all the DLC, all that, maybe some extra little noodles on top. But I think this would really help that.
That would be really interesting.
Yeah.
See, what I was building up to with the amiibo restock is I think in September we're finally gonna get the Sora amiibo revealed.
Oh, me too.
And then they'll be like, and look, we're restocking all the other Smash Series amiibos, so you can finally complete your collection or something like that.
Cool. That'd be fun. I would. I think I'd go back in and see. Now I want. There's a Mewtwo, right? There's got to be a Mewtwo.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty sure Sora is now the only character in Smash that doesn't have an amiibo yet.
Yeah, I think you're right. Oh yeah. See. Oh, I like this Mewtwo amiibo. See, I'd pick this puppy up. I always wanted a couple of the Pokemon Trainer ones too, honestly. Squirtle. Oh, so good.
I wish more of the alts got them. Like, I wish more of the alts got an amiibo.
Oh, like, give me an example.
Like Pokemon Trainer, for example, give us the what is her name? Leaf?
Oh yeah, Leaf. That is cool. Yeah.
Give us Leaf. Give us, you have Olimar. Give us Alf. I'm not saying make every single one of the Koopalings or Bowser Jr. necessarily, but like the special alts as amiibo would be kind of cool too, because you have that for some of them. You have Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2, and Cloud's 2 outfits. So
right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I man, a lot of exciting Nintendo stuff on the mind right now, for sure. I like Mario Game Time in the chat suggested the name Infinity Smash Brothers, and it just made me think Super Smash Brothers Infinity is a good name, actually. It didn't work out for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. It did not work out for them, but we could make it work. The Vidiot says, as someone who has every amiibo, whoa.
Wow.
Picks the Vidiot. tweet your picks immediately. All right. Yeah, only Sora remains Smash character-wise. Well, there you go. You go. John Denny says, how soon is the Direct? Be ready, Jake. Well, John Denny, as you can see, there is a timer in the bottom right corner of your screen right now, and it currently says that there's 16 minutes and 25 seconds until the Direct. And before then, we should have other people hopping on to join us on this little stream. We're just the early crowd.
At the very least, Andre.
At the very least, Andre. So at which point I will have to I will have to get on my good behavior. Okay, because all morning, of course, I've been a rogue. I can do whatever I want. Again, we go to the Jake Cam. I can do whatever I want. So, there we go. And but yeah, please.
Here's a good time to ask the chat then.
Okay.
For you guys, as we're nearing 15 minutes out from this showcase.
Yeah.
What is one thing in particular that you guys really want to see here? Because we went over that for our predictions. We've kind of gone over how like the structure of how we think this will play out. But what's like one thing that you guys in chat, like if you saw, like would like make you really excited for you to
I want Gritty to be in as a playable character. No, I had some people in chat talking about or asking about Gritty, so I thought I'd bring him on. Honestly, great opportunity for the Jake Cam. Oh my god. This is perfect use of the Jake Cam. I'm dying right now.
That's amazing.
Oh my god. Okay, let's see what chat says. All right. I want to get a bunch of these, so let's see. Okay, Wart and Daisy lore. Yo.
Interesting.
What a choice. I'm seeing a lot of Wario. Seeing Penguin suit. Yo, Penguin transformation. Triss, that'd be a good one.
I would love if we had more than just the Penguin suit from New Super Mario Bros. And it was a full transformation. That would be nice.
Wait, here's a lore question for you. Potato Pro Wrestling says, I want Luigi Blackjack again. What is that?
That was a mini game in New Super Mario Bros. DS and Super Mario 64 DS, where there was like all the little mini games you can do, and one of them was you could play blackjack, and Luigi would deal out the cards. He was in like a little like outfit and everything.
I like that. That's cool. Okay, seeing a lot of Toad, Waluigi, Wario, Hedgehog Mario. The truth is that Hedgehog Mario would be excellent. Like that would really get the internet. That would be trending all day.
I see a lot of Wart and Tatanga. Like people really want like their Wart from Mario 2 or Tatanga from Super Mario Land. Man, if we got anything from Super Mario Land other than Daisy, that would be great. Honestly, like revisiting ideas from those games, perfect time.
Elephant Mario amiibo, that'd be fun.
I do see that happening.
Me too.
I see either an Elephant Mario amiibo or some sort of new amiibo for this game specifically.
Some people want Miis.
Interesting.
Yeah, some people want Miis. Seeing quite a few Miis in here. Miis. Do I want Miis? I want Miis on one condition. They also have to do weird power-ups and things. And I just want to see how they go about that.
See, now I'm just picturing like the Elephant Mario, but like instead of like it has like a generic outfit or whatever, but like the face is like the Mii face.
The face is the
just
Mii
hilarious.
Face. Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like there would have to be a solution. So I just think that would be fun.
That would be fun.
Game Biter with the super chat joining us this morning to say they want a 3D section in Verse of Odyssey's playable murals. Yes, we talked about this in our discussion a couple days ago. I want this so bad. This is dream 2D Mario game where you do something and it like switches the perspective. Like that would be, oh, that'd be so fun, dude. Sonic's been doing it forever. We can do it too. Anything that Blue Hedgehog can do, we can do better. All right, and then no, I don't know. It's okay.
I'm seeing some people say Sarasaland World, so going to Daisy's Kingdom, which would be incredible. Or going back to level some Super Mario Land would be great. Playable Bowser and Bowser Jr.
Cool.
Whether it's in general or some mode, I think that would be really cool to get.
Yeah. Dude, playable Bowser. I want playable Bowser bad, dude. Bad, because because listen, we've got all these like humanoid people. That's reasonable. I understand how we can do that. We've got Yoshi in this, which seems like a step up from that. Seems like a little okay. You got to do some extra work for Yoshi. Bowser would be so fun, especially if it's like an end game or late game thing where it's like, oh, okay, now you can play through the whole game as Bowser. Like that'd be cool. That'd be cool. And I feel like then at that point, maybe you throw in Baby Bowser too. You throw in Bowser Jr. and you get him running around. Yeah, I think that'd be really fun. Paraguay 123 the super chat says, I want to be able to change the outfits instead of just being the base outfit. We talked about this a little bit earlier, but like Sombrero Mario, Dr. Luigi, Sunshine Peach, etc. I don't know what prompted us talking about this the other day, but it came up.
I think it was because we were talking about the ESRB having like the in-game purchases, and one of the things it lists is like alternate costumes and things like that.
Right.
If you have to buy them, and I think it'd be neat if there was some sort of unlockable like that. But I feel like those would be so with like the power-up transformations. I feel like that would be so much more that they would have to do, and I don't know if they would do it
more.
If it was just like color swaps like the Yoshis, I don't see that being a problem. But yeah,
I hear you. Yeah, I kind of agree. It seems like a lot of work, but I don't know.
It'd be fun.
It would be fun. There's something about a 2D game where I'm not as invested in outfits as I am in the 3D game. I don't know why, but it's just not.
I think it's just because, like, to me at least, like all the different power-ups you get, they already change your outfit. And
yeah, right.
And so like for me, like unless each of those costumes had a separate design for those different power-ups, I feel like we would lose the look of the costume very quickly if we powered up.
I also just kind of like being the base character in a way. I feel like we've got a whole new art style here. We're like making choices about how these characters look. I kind of want to just like be with them in those choices, but okay, Fisto had a super chat too and says return of Mario 35 in a new mode.
That would be fantastic.
That's an interesting idea. Yeah,
3D World had Mario Brothers, or I think it was actually called Luigi Bros because it was a Luigi version of it, but getting something like that as a little mode would be fantastic.
Yeah, that's a cool idea to fold that into a new game.
Few other super chats too.
Oh, really?
We have Saki Suzura who says the Flower Kingdom is named Sarasaland. No, they're two different areas, and I kind of hope they're not actually the same place. Just because I think it's more interesting to have all these different diverse areas. I would love to revisit Sarasaland, but I don't want the Flower Kingdom to be it.
Got it.
Maybe part of it, that's fine, but yeah.
Cool.
And then Andrew Pitcher with a super chat says, how about Luigi turning into Mr. L? I would love that as a costume for Luigi. I'm still disappointed that's not a costume in Smash Brothers for him. Missed opportunity.
I have an update from the Vidiots who I said picks for the Amiibo, and I just want to say that they really came through. They really came through with these picks. I'm looking at these picks right now. Yeah, these picks are wild. This is crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, we're looking at like walls of Amiibo here.
Wow, that's impressive.
Go to the next one. Forget it. All right. But yeah, no, there's a lot of Amiibo here. So Vidiots, you did it.
That's impressive.
You came through. Wow, this is a wild shelf, man. Seeing all the Smash Brothers ones together too, it's like crazy. It's like, yeah, all of those characters on that shelf, they're all in one fighting game. Like, dear God.
Well, all the Smash ones at least.
Yeah. All right. So everybody, here's the deal. We are now 8 minutes away from. Oh my God, Andre's here. I was just gonna switch. No, oh God. Okay, all right. So what I was about to say is we're gonna switch over to the Nintendo stream here. So I'm gonna have to do some adjusting. So hold, everyone, hold while we get this set up.
While Jake's moving us, I'll address another super chat we just got.
Thank you.
From Zach Ivanov, who says, "Guys, wild take that nobody's thought of yet. Stanley."
Well, who's Stanley?
Stanley. Oh my gosh, I don't remember the exact game he's from.
Donkey Kong 3?
Yeah, yes, Donkey Kong 3. There you go. Andre coming in, fully knowing it.
Just in time.
I just remember he was a trophy in Smash Melee, and everybody was like, "Who is this guy?"
What even is Donkey Kong 3? What are you talking about? Like, what is...
Obviously, you're an exterminator, and you're fighting off monkeys and insects at the same time, Jake. What's not to understand about this?
All right, monkeys and insects. That's yeah. All right.
Well, this does remind me. It made me ask. I know everybody wants to see Spike in another game after his reappearance in the Mario movie. Do you people think this game will be it? Because personally, I don't think it'll be this game, but I would love to see him in something. Now that he's finally relevant
Spike.
Foreman Spike, the construction guy.
Right. Yeah, I don't think we'll ever see Spike in a video game as long as I live. That's my stance. I think. Oh Jesus, Andre, what are you doing? What are you doing? Don't worry, Andre. For situations like this, we've set up the Jake cam. So that there's no awkward transitions here. I can just have a little moment alone over with sweet chat. This is where we exchange secrets.
Oh, we're good. We're good now.
All right, great. All right, good. Oh man. Okay, so we are. My timer's not on this screen. I figured by the time we were here, we were close enough. We're 6 minutes away. 6 minutes away from the Mario Wonder stream. Andre, Tristan and I have been talking nonstop. Things we want to see, things we hope we'll see. We've also just been talking about, whatever sweet ideas entered our little smooth brains. But now, 6 minutes out from this Mario Wonder Direct, what is the hope? What is the thing that you're like, oh man, this is what I want to see this morning?
Mm-hmm. I just want to see how weird this game's gonna get. Like, that seems to be. You could have called this game Super Mario Brothers weird. It seems like they went with Wonder, probably a little bit more marketable. But I'm excited to see just how far they're pushing the ideas here, and especially with this being the second trailer for this game, with Nintendo having a history of the second Mario trailers in particular really blowing it out. I want to see just how far they're going with this idea, because if they were holding back in the first one, it's like, what, dear God, what's in store in this one? So yeah, I just want to see. That's really just what I want to see. Just like a better overall idea of how everything just fits together. Maybe we'll find out some smaller details like what the coins do or the currencies. But yeah, I just want to see more off the wall stuff. Like, that was the best part of the first trailer. It was stuff we've never seen in the Mario game, and I want to see more of it. So I just want to see some crazy, wacky ideas, more animal transformations, and whatever else.
Yeah. No, that sounds fantastic. Honestly, that would really sell the wonder part of the whole thing.
Exactly, right.
We've talked a lot this morning about wanting to see more animal transformations, and how even in that first reveal, it kind of feels like the game has communicated, even though we've only seen the elephant, that animals are a part of this game. And I think that's like a lot of our chat's expectations as well, that there will be something besides an elephant. We will turn into other animals. And it's funny. I think over the course of this morning, I've realized that there is something just inherently fun and attention grabbing about that. Which animal they choose, what the power does. It's like that is a pool in a way. And I'm curious how much this presentation will recognize that and use that to kind of be like, oh man, like I think about that Mario Odyssey trailer where you just see Mario turn in to like 30 different things in a row. One of the greatest trailers they've ever put out. And like if you could do something even close to that level here, like that would just be insane. Yeah.
Yeah, and that ties into what I was thinking about the second trailers, because I think it wasn't until that second trailer that we even knew transformations were a thing in that game. And is there something like that here? Probably not at that level, but we don't know. And there very well could be some kind of gameplay mechanic that they've been holding back on, and I can't wait to see what that might be. We
have a super chat from Iggy Garcia, who says, "I wonder when Mario Party
Nice.
3 will be released for NSO. It's been a full year since it was originally announced. Best part of the Superstars DLC.
At this point, I'm convinced even Nintendo has forgotten about it. They probably looked at the Mario Party 1 box art, saw the 3 on it, we're like, we're good. We released it already. We don't need to get it out there. That stupid thing still confuses me, after all this time.
I have a fun question for you guys about this Mario Wonder Direct we're about to get. That just came to mind because you mentioned Odyssey.
Okay.
Could we get a trailer that has a vocal theme song again? Or do you think they're never doing that again? Because I think that really did drive the hype for a bit. That like Jump Out Superstar was great, and I think they know people like that kind of thing with Mario now.
You know what? I almost say lock it in, Trey.
Really?
I'm with you. Lock it in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
In a game that's going as off the wall as this, lock it. There's gonna be some weird music, and that's going to include lyrics. Now, I'm not 100% sure if they'll be fully, in full English or not, but you know what? Right. Yeah, I'll say they will be. Let's go ahead. Let's
Yo, that flower talks like.
Yeah, exactly. We have a talking NPC that's also interactive in a way. Like it responds to what you're doing. So
what if it's the flowers singing the song?
I think there's a chance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That'd be great. Because I was we beyond the Mario Odyssey Jump Out Superstar, we also had, not many may remember this, in Super Mario Run, when they added the whole Remix 10 thing, when Daisy got added to the game. It's not quite a full song, but I'm pretty sure it's Daisy singing that theme for that mode, which is really weird.
Oh,
but
wow.
It's neat. The idea that they've already explored vocal lyrics and songs in Mario games more than once. So we could see that here again.
Just a heads up, everybody. We are about like a minute-ish away from this starting, and it's just gonna start. It's just gonna start. So like, there's really no way to know. I don't think it'll be like a YouTube thing where they have like their own countdown pop up. I think it's just gonna start. So we have to be on our toes. So I'm taking our music out. Our music is gone. Yeah. We are simply waiting now for. I'm gonna put the volume up on the. What will pop up. So hopefully everybody hears it. But just in less than a minute, this is going to start. And chat, if there's any issue with the stream or us or the sound levels, let me know. And don't say too quiet, because then I don't know what you're talking about. Say, you know what I mean? Say, stream too quiet. Stream too quiet. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, Jake too quiet. Tris too quiet. Like, that's helpful. So, all right.
The hype. Peter Parker, of course, says the hype is real. Yes, I'm excited. It's a Mario-focused Nintendo Direct. That's something you don't get too often. So there's gonna be something big here.
Cool.
Oh, literally.
Yeah, definitely. So I don't want to ask any big questions because I know it's just I'm just gonna get to the end of the question.
Hype levels.
And it's hype levels. Hype levels are high. I think I'm just
Oh my god, sorry, too long. Jake, go on, number 1 to 10.
Oh, 1 to 10? No, it's starting. Okay, it's starting.
Oh, I haven't started it yet.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Oh, we're into it.
Okay, it's very quiet, chat. That's why I don't hear anything.
Ooh.
Just Mushroom Kingdom.
Talking.
Mario and friends were invited here by the benevolent Prince Florian. But Bowser, the king of the Koopas, had other plans. With just a single touch of the mysterious Wonder Flower, Bowser merged with Prince Florian's castle.
Oh, gross! Oh no!
Oh, he is the castle.
Yeah, he's the castle. That's.
Okay, I love this already.
Fear in the hearts.
Here's the opening with the story, like we said. Yeah.
Thanks to his newfound power,
there's a little castle.
Spread
you're
across
freeing
the
them.
land.
Oh, our buddy.
It's up to Mario and friends to stop Bowser and save the Flower Kingdom.
Where's Yoshi? There they. Oh, okay, we're good. Oh, yo, Nabbit is out here.
Nabbit? Oh, there's the easy mode character.
Yeah, Nabbit's here.
In this presentation,
wow,
we'll go over what's new in Mario's latest 2D side-scrolling adventure, the Super Mario Bros. Wonder Game. Let's jump in.
Oh, riding a warp pipe.
All right.
This is the
What
Flower
music we got
Kingdom.
to?
It's made up of 6
these world
distinct
maps look
worlds
dope.
that circle the Petal
Yeah,
Isles,
nice.
making a total of 7 areas to explore.
Wow, locking down
the
7.
teardrop
Your
shape.
adventure begins among the tubular hills of Pipe
7
Rock
areas,
Plateau.
not 8. I
Yeah.
don't believe it.
I know.
Probably 7
Agreed.
areas, and then the
Once you
8th
get
is
past the
Castle.
Yeah,
freezing
liars.
foot of the mountain, you'll be aiming for new heights in Fluff Puff Peaks. Many trials await
I'm not gonna
amidst
lie,
the
the
picturesque
ice level reminded me
scenery
just a little
and
bit
radiant
too much of Super Mario
cascades of
Brothers.
shining falls.
Man, so many little weirdos.
Traverse multiple
Yeah.
islands
Shining Falls.
Dive
Yeah,
into
the
the
platform
sea.
is like is a
and
pipe
spelunk
almost.
through
Yeah.
caves at the heart of the Flower Kingdom, the Petal Isles. There's also an
These are all these
arid
new
desert
enemies,
with
too.
white
Long.
sand as far as the eye can see. An uncanny forest lined with giant mushrooms. A scorching hot
Oh, that's
world
cool. You get
full
to hang
of
off of those
molten
enemies.
magma and more.
That's
A
neat.
rich variety of courses await in each world.
Fire spikes.
Move around the map in each
that
world
water
to select
mechanic-
a course.
It's a little bit like Tropical Freeze.
That's cool.
You can even walk
it's a
freely
great
through
thing.
open areas you find. In these spaces, if you're not quite ready to
open
take
areas
on a
of the map,
particular
yeah.
Oh,
course,
that's cool.
you can try
That's
a
like
different
World.
one instead.
Yep.
Kind of like
Play
Kirby
them in
did
any
that.
order you
little
like.
shop.
Once you've played a course,
Journey
you can
together.
quickly come back to it
Joey,
through the
that looks like an
courses
online
menu.
thing.
It's an easy way to find the ones you want to play again. While in courses,
Derby.
you might notice some talking flowers.
Roller Koopas.
Get close and
Onward and
They're
upward.
just called talking flowers.
How'd you get up here?
That's
What a pretty
Well,
sunset.
they'll talk to you, livening up your adventure.
I wonder what Goombas taste like.
They might give you hints
Wonder if you can get over there.
or coins.
Whoa,
You'd share your water with me?
Okay, character section. Character section.
There we go.
Besides
Oh,
Mario,
Toad.
you can also play as
Whoa!
Luigi,
Yo, let's go.
That's a
Peach.
huge cast.
Daisy,
Wow.
one of 2
That's a door
Toads,
enemy. Oh man.
and Toadette.
Wow, you
They
can't
all
be
play the
normal
same,
Toad.
so
You
go
can't be
with your
Red Toad.
favorite Or mix it up.
They all play the same.
The Yoshis and Nabbit, on the other hand, won't take damage.
Ah,
They're a great
Yoshi's
choice
easy
if you're
mode.
looking for a more easygoing
Yeah,
experience.
that's right.
Careful though, they'll still lose a life if they fall down a
Nabbit's
pit.
super easy.
So
Yeah,
watch your step.
Yep.
Additionally, the Yoshis can flutter jump, eat objects, and spit them back at enemies. Speaking of
That's okay,
enemies,
Yoshi was a
here are some of the new
Yeah.
ones you'll find.
Weird.
Copycats will copy the player and jump when you jump.
Copycats.
Cool idea.
Love that.
Melon piranha plants
That's
will
adorable.
spit seeds from their mouths.
Oh, I'm gonna hate that enemy. I can already tell it's gonna annoy the crap out of me.
Melon
Condors will
piranha
fly at
plants.
you
I
and
love
stick their
those.
beaks where they don't belong.
Oh, that's neat.
When conchs attack, they'll even plow through goo. Mumsies can be unraveled if you position yourself
That's
just
like the
right.
swamp equivalent, isn't it?
Mom-Mas will eat anything that comes too close to their gaping mouths. There are plenty more new enemies for you to discover as well.
That's like Poochie.
Goombas, Koopa Troopas, Boos, Locky Twos, and other familiar foes are also here.
So cute when they tap shells.
Yeah.
That was cute.
Oh, here we go. All right,
Next,
new
let's look at the
power-up
new
time.
Power-ups you can find.
Oh, one's a drill, like the galaxy.
In elephant form.
Oh,
Make the
elephant
most of
can
your
jump.
nose
Whoa.
and your size.
Yep.
Swing your trunk to attack enemies, destroy blocks, and even do this.
Oh,
In this form, you can easily
you can
break through
reflect.
blocks
That's cool.
and
That's
dash
neat.
across large gaps. See? If you store water in your trunk and spray it out, who knows what might happen?
Thank you. That trunk
There's
sure
that.
is useful, huh?
It's not just
Yes.
Mario,
Can
though.
water things.
Luigi,
I think
Luigi
that's
elephant.
the Toads,
Yep.
Oh, Toad looks like a freak.
Gotta get
Toad is a freak.
Peach, Daisy, and Toadette all
I
have
love
elephant
Toad.
forms as well.
Mostly Daisy.
The
Oh my
bubble
god.
form allows you to blow light, floating
Wow.
bubbles.
Yo, this
That
is
can
the
be used to
SpongeBob
capture
power
and
up right
defeat
now.
enemies from a distance. They'll also drift toward nearby foes.
Oh, and you can put some in it.
Bubble bubble.
You can take care of enemies surrounding you in one go. Defeat
bubble bubble.
typically impervious foes, and knock out baddies on the other side of walls.
Oh, the caterpillar
You can
is
even
with
jump
you
off
when
them,
you're just in a
like
level.
platforms.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bubbles make it a bit
Okay, I
easier
read
to get
the
to
bubble
those
power
hard to
pretty
reach places. Just like that.
Nice. Okay. Use it for
While in drill
platforming.
form, you'll get a
That's
pretty
cool.
nifty drill. This makes dealing with spiky or hard-headed enemies a breeze.
Cool.
Or
it's
you
like
can
wearing
use it to
shells
drill
on
down.
in some older games.
It also allows you to burrow and move through the ground. In a tough spot,
Whoa.
dig
Oh
away.
wow, you can. It's like,
You can even
like
burrow
buckets.
into the ceiling.
This burrow's really cool. Wow, that's actually
Whoa!
pretty cool.
I wasn't expecting company.
Plus,
Show
the
us Daisy
classic
with one of these
fire
power-ups.
form makes a
yeah,
return.
right.
No, only the fire
Yes.
flower.
Fire
Oh,
Daisy,
and you can
finally.
hang on to an extra power-up. In a pinch, bust out a power-up.
Oh wait, Tris, you're getting your wish.
Or swap them to better fit the situation.
Here we go. Yeah, you can swap the items. Okay. The item on reserve.
Cool.
This
you go,
is
the
a
whole wonder
wonder
section.
flower, a plant that grows in the
wait.
flower kingdom.
How weird's it gonna
It's
get?
said they thrive off this world's mysterious power and release it when in bloom. That's the power Bowser was after.
Did they say Yoshis can't use power ups?
When you touch a wonder flower in a
I'm not
course,
sure.
May not be able to.
a wonder effect will trigger, causing some interesting changes. Pipes might start moving. A stampede of enemies can appear. The terrain may tilt.
Wow, I would just start screaming.
You can end up in a free fall.
We've seen all this. Show us the new stuff.
Yeah.
Bubbles might, bubble up. Your perspective can change.
Ooh, the perspective change. That
Or
rips.
you might
Oh,
float
that's
through
cool.
Wait,
space.
didn't someone call this in our prediction?
Yeah, we
There are
talked
even
about it.
wonders where your
Okay,
character
wait, this space one
transforms.
looks like something out of Mario.
Mario might
Land 2.
become
Yeah, I'm thinking
a
that.
Goomba
That's so cool.
Oh no, poor Goomba Mario.
or a spike
Mario,
ball
Okay, we saw
or
that.
blow up like a balloon.
Oh
When you touch a
no.
wonder flower,
Not-
always
not
expect
balloon.
the unexpected.
Well, then, already
Mario.
done, Nintendo.
Collect a wonder seed, and the course will return to normal. Some courses need to
Blue
be
Mario's
unlocked
back,
using
baby.
the wonder seeds you've collected.
Oh, okay, so one to seeds unlock levels.
You'll also earn a wonder
Wiggle
seed as
race. Hey, I
thanks
was
from
right,
a
you're racing
poplin
with-
when you clear a
Yeah,
course.
I love that. Super quick.
As your adventure progresses, you'll unlock
There are
in-game
achievements.
badges that change up the way you play when equipped.
Cool.
There are a
Nice.
variety
It's kinda
of
like a
badges,
skill tree in a
each
way.
with its own special ability.
Yeah.
Let's go over some of them.
This is so weird.
Yeah.
This is weird for
Slow your
Mario.
fall with a parachute cap
Oh,
badge.
you're right. It's tied to the little prince though. So
Yeah.
You're right.
Enhance your wall jumping abilities with
use
the
the
wall
mechanic.
climb jump badge.
Oh, I don't know about this guy.
Unleash
Oh
a
god,
burst of
I don't
speed
know
over the
about
water
this.
By equipping the
don't
dolphin
love
kick
this.
badge. You can also break underwater blocks.
Interesting.
Charge up a bounding leap with the crouching high jump
I
badge.
generally don't like
Shoot
hiding.
vines in midair
gameplay
and
mechanic
stick to
for
walls
Grappling
with the
hook.
grappling vine badge.
Okay.
Grappling vine.
Recover from
Grappling
dangerous
hook is
drops
absurd.
instantly with the safety bounce badge. Easily find important items using the sensor
Wow, this is
badge.
weird. This is so weird.
Draw in nearby moolah with the coin magnet badge. Become invisible to your enemies and yourself with the invisibility badge. You will not stop dashing with the jump
And
run
you're
badge.
invisible to yourself too.
And you can run in the air
That's
for a bit.
absurd.
There are many more badges with different abilities, from the convenient to the
Yo,
unconventional.
I'm just about that grappling hook.
Only one badge can be equipped
Grappling
per
really
course. Equip them from the world map or when starting a course. Or if you don't make it
one at a
through,
time, okay.
grab a different badge
Oh.
and try again.
Okay,
Okay, that-
That's
yeah.
why I think it's okay.
That's
Some
okay.
badges
That's
can be
okay. One at a
earned
time.
By clearing special badge challenge courses,
Go for it.
while others can be purchased from Poplin shops on the world
Like
map.
tutorial on how to use it. Basically.
Be sure to exchange flower coins you
Poplin.
collect in courses for badges.
That's what the flower coins are for. Okay. Play together.
Well, I did not expect that.
Up to 4
Now, here's
people
on-
can play
online, I
locally on the
assume.
same Nintendo Switch system. Pick your favorite character and jump into the adventure together.
many
If a
characters,
player is
that blew
defeated
me
in
away.
local co-op,
I'm heartbroken
their
about
character will float
Yoshi.
around the course
Heartbroken.
as it
Yeah.
goes.
That's what I've been saying since
The
the
ghost!
Another player reaches them before time runs out,
Oh my
they'll
god.
jump right
Instead
back
of being
into
trapped
action.
in a bubble.
Your group won't lose a life either.
Oh my god, you're literally
And
dead.
just so you
die
know,
in this game.
if someone is playing
Wow.
as a Yoshi, you can jump on their back and ride them around the course. Even if you're also playing as a Yoshi,
Yoshi on Yoshi.
or if
Yoshi
you're an
on
elephant.
Yoshi.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Yoshi having to
Oh
carry
my
the
god,
elephant.
Elephant Mario
If
and
you
Yoshi,
connect
that's
Online
online,
play.
you might see other players on the world map and
There we
in
go, confirmed.
courses.
There's probably no DLC then.
Oh, no.
These are people
No to
from
this.
around the world
Absolutely
enjoying
not.
the game in real time, appearing
That's
as
so random.
live player shadows. Just like in local co-op, if you're
I don't
defeated,
like live player
you can
shadows.
come
It's like a
back to
modern
life by
Miiverse
bumping into a
feature.
live
Yeah.
player shadow.
It's
Players
like
can send
Dark
greetings
Souls.
and share in-game items. Even though you won't be playing together directly, you'll get to experience a subtle connection with other players online as you enjoy this new adventure together. You can also
interesting.
place a standee in a
I don't
course.
hate it. I think it's interesting.
Standees can revive ghosts, so place them in not-so-easy areas and help your fellow players.
Oh, they're like checkpoints.
Yeah.
You can purchase standee surprises from the
That's
Poplin
interesting.
shops to add more to your collection. You never know which standee you'll get.
Oh,
When
that's
you come
fun.
into contact with an
Little
online
times.
player or their standee, you'll see their username and heart points. These points show how much they've helped other players on their adventure. Reviving ghosts, gifting items,
No, I'm disabling this. I'm so sorry.
reaching the goal pole
I'm
together,
happy
and
for everybody
more
that
will
enjoys
earn
it.
you heart points.
Yeah.
I think
While
it just,
playing online, you also
I
have
wish
the
it was
option
just
of
online
creating a
co-op.
room to get together with friends.
oh, okay.
In a shared room,
good.
you can see
We're good.
which
We're good. We're
courses
good.
your friends are
You can play
playing,
with our friends.
enter courses together, and even race through certain courses. Start a race by hitting the race block,
Nice.
Okay, racing is
then
cool.
make
Yeah,
a
that's-
run
yeah.
for it.
We literally asked for this like an hour ago, Tris, so that's good.
Yeah, we did.
Reaching the goal pole isn't the only way to finish a race, though. In some courses,
takes me back
you'll
to,
need
like,
to
the
grab a
Super
Wonder
Mario
Seed or
Brothers
defeat a boss
Game Boy
instead.
Yeah.
Whether you're casually connecting with players from around the world or syncing up with friends for riveting races, you can enhance your experience with online play.
What a beautiful day!
You know what? That's a big online play component. Oh,
Yeah, that actually is.
that's
That graphic code gets me every time. Crazy. I wanted that though in a Mario. Like that's awesome.
Yo, Captain Toad!
Yeah.
Jump into the unexpected with Mario and Friends when Super Mario Bros. Wonder launches on the Nintendo Switch system October 20th. Plus, a new Nintendo Switch OLED model, Mario
Embarrassing.
Edition, is also
Embarrassing.
on the way. If you look closely,
What is
you'll
that?
find Mario
Oh,
and
man,
some
that's
hidden
a special
coins.
bread.
The Nintendo Switch OLED
The coins
model,
are cute,
Mario
but-
Red
I do like the
Edition,
coins,
launches
but just
October
never see
6th.
them.
Wow. Afterthought OLED. All right. Okay.
That's it. All right. So no
That's
message
it.
from Martinet or Miyamoto.
Nope.
Clearly.
Nope.
What do we think? How was it?
Honestly, that was very
Okay.
exciting. I'm actually happy there's even more playable characters. It went
Yeah.
over a lot of the things that we wanted to know. While I don't know if I'll use all of the online mechanics, I'm actually very happy that there's a rather expansive amount of online components to this game. And the new power-ups genuinely look great.
Yeah, everyone is Elephant Mario. Everyone can become Elephant Mario, which actually is a bit of a surprise to me, but it does make the most sense for, consistency's sake. But yeah, there was a lot of elements here that I didn't see coming. Badges? What? Grappling hooks? Like, I was thrown off a little bit by the initial the initial way they presented it, but the way it sounds like that's going to work well. I'm excited. One power at a time, great. And I love badges in the Paper Mario game. So, and with some of the mechanics they enable, like grappling hooks and invisibility, like this is wild stuff. I'm curious to see if the game's going to recommend in some way, like a badge for a level, so you know, like, hey, you may want to have the grappling hook here, but I'm just going to have that all the time. Is there ever time, Jake, you're not going to have the grappling hook on?
I can't imagine picking anything else other than the I simply cannot imagine.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, chat, I want to know from chat, 1 through 10, what you thought of this 15-minute Mario Wonder presentation. Please let me know. I want to see that 1 through 10 score. I'm trying to get a feel ski for what people thought. I gotta say, I think I'm a little disappointed. I feel like it was all pretty much within the realm of what I was expecting them to show. It did feel a lot like, yeah, this is Mario, he's platforming, these are the levels, these are the power-ups. The online thing was unexpected. I think the most interesting thing to me was the badge system, but the game looks very good. Like, it looks like an excellent game. It looks extremely high quality. I feel like every single enemy is like doing their own thing. They've like got a cool vibe going on even when they're just like doing idle animations. The game looks like visually spectacular, but I think there was something that's like, I think, missing for me in the whole thing. I still really liked it though. And I'm heartbroken about Yoshi. Just let me toggle if he takes damage or not. Just let me toggle it, because he already has like because I think this surprised even what you thought, Tris, because Yoshi actually gets hit. Like, he actually has like an animation for getting hit and like has like invincibility frames. But like, why can't you just like give me a toggle to make that? And I guess it's because they don't want to do like Baby Yoshi because he can't like get a mushroom and get big. So
yeah, because I guess he can't use items. So
yeah, exactly. So like, I guess that just like, he definitely can't use power-ups, you know? So yeah, so I guess that's part of like what makes it easy. But yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I wanted that playable Yoshi, but otherwise I think the game looks really cool. What's on screen right now is like Mario jumping through this fire world, and even things just like using that little bucket to splash water on the fire. Like, that was cool. Like, that was a lot of great new stuff in here. But yeah, some people in chat agreeing with me. Something missing.
I actually slightly agree with that, Jake. Which my heart is a little disappointed. My brain is like, this game looks amazing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I feel like maybe the expectation of this being, a 15-minute trailer, especially given the history of Nintendo like revealing some last-minute mechanic that really transforms how you feel about the game. What we saw here is kind of what I thought it might be, hoping it wouldn't fully be. But like, I thought there might be something central to the game that we missed. And it's clear now the central thing is that wonder, like that wonder seed. That's the transformations. So we already knew about that. So I think, having known that and looking back on what we saw here, I'm happy with it. I think it was good. I think if I had to rate it 1 to 10, I'd give it an 8. And that's not to say that the game itself is not going to be a 10. I think this game already looks amazing.
Yeah.
I was just hoping for maybe a little bit more. I don't know what it is. Maybe there's nothing that could have made me fully appeased me in this case. But we did get a couple super chats here. First up, GameBiter, thank you, says, with badges, I think there'll be nods to Paper Mario. Oh, that's a good one.
That would be fun, though. Yeah. I don't think so, based on the different kind of abilities you would get in Paper Mario. I don't know if we'll see anything like that here, but it would be cool.
I just want to say, before the presentation, I asked Tris what was the percentage chance of a new character getting revealed, and Tris said 0. And we got Toadette.
A lot of chat agreed too.
Chat agreed.
We did not think.
We got Toadette and Nabbit.
Yeah. Let me tell you, Jake, I'm convinced this is going to be the kind of thing we're going to look back on this trailer. We're like, okay, that was amazing. That was a really good trailer. Or at least maybe not amazing, like really good. I think it's more that we were focused on that, like maybe for me at least, where's that one thing we're missing? And then, but there's so much other stuff here that they talked about that we didn't really quite expect, a massive cast, even if a lot of them are kind of duplicates among each other, colored Yoshis and Toads, which we knew about some of those.
No, but it looks like I've got that screen up on the stream right now, and and like it just like looks spectacular. It looks the fact that every Yoshi has like a different little pose that they're doing, and it just like looks like colorful and magical in a way. Before I say something, I want to hit the super chat from Rockman V. If Nabbit made it in Mario Wonder, I bet he's going to be in the booster course pass with Pauline in Mario Kart. That'd be crazy. I kind of like that.
There's a good chance, I think.
Yeah, I think like the other thing I'm kind of also $2 super chat didn't say anything from RS. Thank you for being here. But I think something else that makes me kind of down is that they spend a lot of time on that online multiplayer section. And maybe I'm crazy, but I can't imagine anything less fun than playing like a new 2D Mario game and seeing ghosts of people like do the level like a second ahead of me as I'm playing it. Like that, yeah.
were those randos initially, like just completely random people? Okay, I mean, it seemed to be obviously it's a fully optional thing. Yeah, and I don't know. Maybe that's fun on replays. I'll probably have it off for my initial playthrough, but I do think I think there could be something there. Just something that adds a little bit more of like life to the world, so you don't feel like you're playing, by yourself. I will say, Jake, the only other thing that would be as unfun, possibly more unfun, as you said, would be playing Mario with 3 of the characters that can interact and screw with you constantly, like in New Super Mario Brothers.
Right.
So I actually kind of like the ghost idea, even if I don't end up using it much. Right. It's just kind of a key way of getting also your friends in with you without directly interacting, which is a part that always annoys me in Mario games, like where it turns less from a platformer game into more of a friend avoidance game, and I don't want to deal with that. So, but we can play together, casually and just like not actively mess with each other. Cool. I'm curious about that.
I hear you. There's something about the implementation here. It looked a little too just like, it didn't feel like a Nintendo product all of a sudden. It felt like something that like other people, like it didn't feel refined to me, but I love the little standee thing. I think that was really cute and fun. I like how they had a bunch of different standees you could unlock, but I did want to call everybody's attention to what is on the stream right now on your screens. This is a light blue Yoshi. He has eaten something and it is stuck in his mouth, and we have a new canon what this looks like when Yoshi has something in his mouth, and it is to put his bottom lip over his nose. No. Brutal.
That's amazing. I love it, actually. I think it's so cute.
It's crazy. Oh my God.
And I think there's gonna be a lot of like cute little moments like that. And we're gonna go back through this trailer and be like, oh wow, that little detail. And like, I mean, the whole fact of Bowser becoming a castle, like that's crazy. Like we literally saw that before. I don't think any of us expected that was literally Bowser in castle form. So.
Yeah. Another like cool little detail here is like Yoshi like eats a dry bones and then spits it out, and it spits out like this very specific like 3-bone pattern. Like I feel like this game is doing the like almost like Tears of the Kingdom thing where it's like everything has like a unique reaction, I feel like all of the little enemies, they had a section in this presentation talking about, look at all these new enemies and how they behave. I really got that sense from watching this, that there were like so many like little particulars where it's like, it's not just some little creature walking on the ground and that's it. It's like, no, there's like very specific stuff happening here. And I think that extended to the power-ups and like all of the other elements that we saw here too. Because like even just like that dig one, that was crazy. That was setting my mind on fire. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. It seems like this game is really going to be all about like unique interactions, whether it's through badges or the new power-ups or how enemies interact with each other now. Like I know Goombas sleeping next to each other. Koopa Troopas, how they have that cute like shoulder bump as they cross paths. Like a lot of cute stuff here, and you've got the talking flowers that are directly commenting on what you're doing. They're not even like initially almost seemed like they could have been like the information boxes from past games, but it just seems like they're just there to comment or react to what you just did. And that's kind of fun. That's a neat little detail. Like, why are you up here? Congrats on making it to the secret area that there's nothing hiding, Like, there's probably gonna be something like that. And I really like that detail.
No, it's really neat that like they're really embracing the fact that you can find secrets in 2D Mario levels. And I like that the power-ups themselves are also like working to help that. Like that bubble power-up, that's gonna be so cool. I'm really excited to like use that in different levels and see what secrets can be found. Even if it's literally just like we saw one of them was just an off-screen flower who was sleeping and he was like, huh? What are you doing here? Like, I love that.
Yeah, that is fun.
Yeah, it actually, I'm almost this is kind of a weird comparison. I'm almost getting a bit of like a Sonic vibe from the exploration in this case, where like different characters can lead to different things. In this case, maybe more of the power-ups and badges. But it does feel like exploration might be an even bigger factor here, and it already is in to some extent in the previous Marios. So I just want to play it, or I just want to play the full game at this point. I just want to see it and just progress through it, see all the crazy stuff they got going on. I will say like there wasn't a frame that bored me. Like it all looked fun and entertaining, and that's what I want from Mario. Like that's where the previous New Super Mario Brothers U went wrong for me. It's just like I've seen this before. Here, everything is like I've not seen this before. This is new, at least in the Mario game. And again, that grappling hook. I keep coming back to that.
Oh, the grappling hook. Yeah, so fun. Before the stream, Andre, before you hopped on, I told Tris that I thought it was unnatural for Toad to turn into an elephant because Toad has no nose. So to manifest a trunk, and I've got Elephant Toad on the screen right now for everybody. There's something about it. There's something about it that's not quite right.
I'm gonna blow your mind. Is not just an elephant trunk he's manifesting. It's also the ears. Toad has no ears.
Oh my God, you're right. This is disturbing. What do you think Toad's like hearing the world for the first time? Like it's like a horror experience right now for Toad.
He just like breaks down into tears.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, man.
Mike.
Wait. Imagine Toad hearing his own voice for the first time and being like, "Dear God, no."
Oh man. We got Mr. Hawk in the comments. Super chats. Thank you. Says, "What do you think we'll get that when do you think we'll get a special Charles Martinet / Miyamoto message? I was disappointed it wasn't a part of this." That's a great question. It will be before the game launches. So in fact, you know what? At this point, it could be in the September Direct, which I think is still happening. That might be part of it. If it isn't, it's going to be a shadow drop probably before it, like on Twitter or something.
I think it's today.
Message.
I think it's going to happen later today.
Really?
Yeah, because
Right.
I think they're trying to bury it. I think they don't want it to have a lot of attention on it. I was talking to Tris earlier about how like I think Nintendo wants to move away from personalities and just like wants to be the brand. So so I don't know. I think they wanted to hit a peak with Mario Wonder stuff, get everybody talking about it, and then just be like, "Oh yeah, here's that thing we told you was coming. Goodbye." And I could see it happening at any moment, honestly. Yeah.
It's real quick. I'm looking at the world map. I love the fact that it has those fully 3D explorable sections.
Yeah.
And it looks like, I could be wrong, it's hard to tell for sure, but it looks like Mario almost always runs at an angle to the camera. So it kind of gives him this unique silhouette almost. And it's just like a cute little detail. Like it looks like, I don't know, it just adds a more cartoonish flavor to it all. And that's what I'm really digging about this game. They're really like just leaning into the more stylistic side of things and really just going all in on it being weird again.
Yeah, the style is like so prevalent. There's like even Daisy grabbing this fire flower that I have for people to see right now.
Yeah.
Like the fact that like those little graphics pop up alongside her and like add like it's like a moment to get this power up. And I think that what that's doing is it's kind of like replacing the traditional Mario, like you kind of like freeze and then like have those like weird keyframes where you change for a second. And I find this to be very like stylish and modern in a way that previous transformation was not. And it's such like a small classic thing to decide to change. So it's kind of bold in that way. I like it. Yeah, I think it looks good. Yeah. Cool.
Noel says, "Can we talk about the top-down 2D bit? I nearly spit my drink at that."
Yeah, the perspective change.
We need to look at that again. So,
let me find that in here.
Changing, or is it the character running along the back wall?
It's running along the back wall.
It's running along the back wall. Yeah.
I mean, it's functionally the same. I love that though. That's a fun thing that we, strangely enough, did kind of call yesterday or 2 days ago in our predictions, but didn't actually expect it to fully happen. So, love that. What a weird thing. It almost reminds me a little bit of like the train from Yoshi's Island where you can ride the tracks in the background all over the place. So.
Oh yeah, it does remind me. Okay, yeah, here's the part. Yeah, Luigi's like clearly on that back wall. It's funny because you can even kind of see like the way this level could play out if you didn't grab that Wonder Flower and just went it through normally. Yeah, so it's kind of fun. And I wonder if that's how it's gonna work across the board. Like you don't need them to progress, which is just like a cool idea, I think, for a Mario game to give you that option and why you would want to do one over the other, or if there are like advantages either way. Especially if like I'm about to do a race and like I see Tris grab that Wonder Flower and I'm just like, "Oh, see ya! I'm gonna ground pound through this," you know, like that'd be kind of fun.
See ya.
Yeah, exactly.
That online multiplayer, like the races, I think look super fun. I always loved racing in the Game Boy version of Super Mario Brothers Deluxe, and I'm glad they're kind of bringing that idea back. I think that's how you do online, I think, and that's going to avoid the pitfalls they fall into with the online and their other games like Mario Maker. We got a super chat from Zone of Perception saying, "Andre, you said earlier that this was reminding you too much of New Super Mario Brothers. Has your opinion now changed after the Direct?" Okay, yeah, to clarify, I think that's based on a statement I said during this. Specifically in the ice segment. Oh yeah, no, that was more an off-the-cuff thing. This overall, like, I mean, there are some similarities to those games, but by and large, this game's avoiding the problems I had with that, as far as I can tell. So no, this looks super novel. I think almost every frame is identifiably not New Super Mario Brothers, and I'm very happy about that. So no, I think it's looking great, and that's not even to delve into like the gameplay mechanic differences, the badge system, and all that. So I'm very happy with what they're showing off here.
Looking at the badges really quick, by the way, it looks like there are 3 categories of badges, and there's like the first category gives you a new ability. The second category,
action badge.
Yeah, the second category is more of like a passive thing. Yeah, and then the third one, I think the example that we get later is the one where like Mario's constantly running at top speed. So it kind of seems invisible. I'm sorry? And invisible.
I think invisibility was also one.
Right, yeah. So it kind of seems like those are a constant, like an on switch. Yeah. And almost
I would like to go ahead.
I almost wonder if they're attempting to give you a way to make playing the game harder.
Harder or easier. Yeah. I mean, these are basically difficulty augments.
Yeah.
And that's cool. I mean, it's a little bit like the characters in Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze.
Yeah.
Where they essentially made the game easier or harder, with Diddy being the hardest, Cranky being... Actually, maybe Cranky was the hardest. I forget. Dixie was the easiest overall, I would say. In any case, I think that's an interesting addition, and that should make it so even the harder levels are hopefully, beatable by anyone. But I do want to draw your attention to the dolphin badge in the lower left corner. In fact, actually, here we go. We're seeing on screen right now.
Yeah, I've got it for you. I've got it for you. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Great. So there we go. So you don't actually transform into a dolphin, sadly, but you do get a dolphin kick, which looks to be maybe frog suit-esque almost in how you move.
It looks like you can use it to smash through bricks too. And I kind of like the idea that they're going for, where it's like, for this level, I'm going to put on this badge. That kind of makes sense to me. I do wonder if there will be a system in the game that like maybe the caterpillar guy like tells you like, hey, maybe use this badge, my dog. I think that would be helpful in some ways, just so you don't have to constantly recalibrate. And I kind of dig that, because you don't want to queue into a level with your sweet grappling hook and then go, oh, I didn't even use it in that level, and then because that's no fun. So I dig it.
Caleb, thank you for the super chat. They didn't say anything. Dimitri says it's more like the penguin suit. Yeah, that's actually more accurate.
It is.
I'm curious to see if those badges like interact with like power-ups in different or unique ways, or if some might be more befitting of a particular power-up, for instance. Like, if there's a flying power-up, which I don't know, I don't think we saw anything of that nature here beyond the hats, but like, can you combine that with the grappling hook to, clear even longer distances? I mean, I'm interested to see how those interactions kind of work out.
If I'm playing online and me and Tris, we're playing together, we're having our race, and we don't have to have the same badge, that's pretty hype, actually. That's a good time.
It's gonna be really different then.
Oh yeah, that's fun. I do hope. I do, even though the online races do seem to largely be essentially like a time trial where you're all in your own instanced version of the game. It'd be neat if there were some way of interacting with each other. Like, did they mention that actually? Was there anything you could do?
Like to mess the other person up? I don't think so.
It didn't seem like it.
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I wonder, it'd be neat if there were something along those lines.
If you go back to the online co-op section, or like the online friend room multiplayer section, we could see it for sure. But
the blue badges are called boost badges, by the way. So it's action, boost, and something else.
Got it. Makes sense. Is there ever a time when you wouldn't want a badge? Like, I wonder, is there a reward for beating levels badgeless?
That's interesting. Did you see that levels have a difficulty rating too?
Yeah, they do, which is really interesting, and I wonder if that actually changes depending on the badges too.
Oh, that's interesting. Maybe you get more of something for beating it with particular badges.
Yeah. I really like how the world map. It reminded me so much of the Kirby Forgotten Land. Forgotten Land. Okay, it's because it's like those like power up challenges are like kind of similar to like the badge challenges here. Like you get a little new power and go off, do something on the side. Really cool. This is a good looking video game, dude. I'm just like paging through this trailer and I'm like, dear God.
It is. That's like I said, I think it's the kind of thing when you look back on it, that's when it will fully unravel. It's like, in a good way, in a good sense. It's like, wow, there's a lot here. Khalib, Joshua says, with a super chat, says, so no full online co-op, just races. Well, it seems like you can essentially play with each other through the, what did they call it, a ghost or shadow instance where you can see other people playing. But you're not truly working together. As far as we can tell, there's not any actual co-op here because you're not interfacing with each other, right? Like,
I thought there was a normal play together online mode.
Did they say that?
Yeah. Let me get to that part in the trailer.
Yeah, I'll say it seems like it kind of went a little fast
because they were like, "Oh, make a room."
They did.
I think
yeah,
that's
they
for
did
the shadow.
They did talk about make a room. They did talk about make a room, but it did seem like it was because I know the race against your friends was also
okay. Here it is. Play with friends.
This is local. This is the local portion. You need to
No. I skipped past it. I'm in the online.
Okay.
Yeah. I promise. Okay. So play with friends, room occupants. Yeah, because these are clearly online people.
Wait, I'm there. Look, I'm there. I'm Blue Toad.
Oh God. I think you're correct actually. You can up to 12 people can be in the same room. Limit of 4 people can play together on the same course. That's interesting. 12 people in the same room. So I guess you can split off. That'll be cool.
Maybe that means you only ever see 11 other ghosts at a time.
Yeah, but
and in the friend room version, you could just make sure that it's all your friends.
I'm wondering if that'll be helpful for streams and stuff. You can get 12 people in, but only 4 people are in a level at once. But yeah, it does look like anytime you are online, the people with you are ghosts. In fact.
Yeah. And it's pretty clear why they did this, because as I said before, they've struggled with online co-op in their other games, like Mario Maker, and I think there's another example I can't recall, where it's hitchy, there's constant, slowdown, and that's not to say there aren't other ways that they could possibly mitigated it, but it seems like this is the solution they went with, where you can play together, you're not interacting together at all, but you can kind of hang out, so...
Yeah, it's interesting, because you're not affecting, you can see a character jump up and hit a block, but it doesn't affect my game. So my game is its own instance, and I can see how that maybe reduces the workload in a way, in terms of the information you need to transmit. Yeah.
Yeah, it really seems to me like an evolution of what they were trying to do with Miiverse in New Super Mario Bros. U on Wii U, where you kind of had that passive social media element where you'd see people's best times if you wanted to, and you could, I think, compete with them for a high score. You wouldn't actually see them. So it seems like it's just kind of a variant on that, where you can see people, but you're not playing directly together. Stufftendo with a super chat, thank you, says, with badges, will main characters not have their traits? Luigi's high jump, Toad's speed, Peach's float, Mario all rounded.
I think that's correct.
Yeah, they said they all play the same.
Yeah.
So
I think that's
they said all characters play the same, except for the fact that Yoshi and Nabbit are easy and easier mode characters.
Right. Which is kind of like what they did with New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, where Nabbit was also easy mode there.
Yeah.
Adam says, "Oh God, Nabbit is back."
Oh man, I'm wondering what happens. Okay, so on screen right now, I have it out a section that very clearly 4 players, all 4 of them have ballooned up because they have to. That is part of what's happening here. What happens to Yoshi? What happens to him on this level?
Yoshi, well, those are part of the Wonder Effects. Yoshi probably still takes part in the Wonder Effect transformations.
Okay, so you think Yoshi can become a big balloon Yoshi?
Well, Yoshi and Nabbit would have to.
Okay, that pleases me.
To be able to play to the level, but they won't be able to use power ups.
Okay,
I think,
because honest to God, watching this back now, I'm a little less heartbroken about Yoshi, because I'm okay, listen, he can still get stunned. It's just that he won't die from something running into him. That's not that bad.
Which,
if he falls
that's lore accurate. He could have died on Yoshi's Island.
Right. And if he falls into a hole, he's still the game still goes, oh, you're dead. It's not that bad. It's not
also
super.
Like Yoshi's Island, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like they've done an easy mode character before that has been extreme, and they're not even doing that with Nabbit this time around. It's just making it a little easier. So that's something.
Yeah, so I'm watching I think I'm in the segment of the trailer you're at now, Jake, and every scene is literally showing them interacting with the world in a different way.
Yeah.
That seems to be a big thing here, where there's a power-up, a mechanic in the level, augments with the badges.
Right.
It seems like it's actually almost like the transformations of Mario Odyssey in how they made that game. That's what this game seems to be all about, except it happening in a variety of ways. It's not just tied to one mechanic, it's across multiple mechanics, and it just seems like you're going to be playing this game it's going to be changing constantly. And that's, that actually does really super excite me. Because I think maybe that's part of why I found the new Super Mario Bros. Games boring, was because you're playing the game in the exact same way throughout, minus the power-ups, which, by and large, we'd seen before in every other Mario game, except for whatever new one was in that case.
Right.
So that's what I'm liking about this. You're going to be constantly rethinking of how you play it. And that's going to keep me engaged.
Yeah.
No, exactly. Agree. Like it's really, especially like replay value on levels.
Yeah, so it can feel different, entirely different depending on how you're playing it with the badges or power ups.
Exactly.
Just trying to get this trailer up but that's not on the stream. But I guess that's Nintendo has yet to upload just the presentation, I suppose. So this is what we have. There's a really cool moment in this trailer here, right at the very end, where Mario just like randomly uses his grappling hook to like stick on a random item box, a single item box that's in the air, and that to me is like one of the coolest things you could show in this trailer. That degree of like creativity and impact on the world and the gameplay, like I don't know, like that's such an acute thing. It's such a small specific thing that you can do that changes how quickly you can get through a level, and I find that so mechanically interesting that your options are opened up in that way. It's so cool. Yeah.
It really like shows, like even just that little showcase there shows just how much the utility you could get out of it and how you can choose how you want to utilize it in a level. That's not like you're being given it because you need it as the answer to a specific puzzle in a level.
Right.
I love too how the grappling hook seems to be flower based. It looks like a beanstalk.
Yeah.
Which is almost exactly what I wanted. I had before. I'll find the tweet at some point. I'm like, I want prom plant grappling hooks in Mario, and this is they basically made
it has a piranha plant head.
Oh, does it? Oh, there we go. Perfect. All right, I nailed it. Oh my god, I totally called it. I love that.
My camera went out for some reason.
So. I was gonna say we can't see you anymore, Jake. What happened?
It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, okay. So are we ready to wrap things up? Anything else anybody has on their minds?
It's looking good. The more I liked it from this. I liked it overall. I overall liked it a lot. It didn't quite have that central thing I was maybe hoping for, but now that I'm past that, I'm like, this game looks awesome. There's so much here. I already liked what I saw from the first trailer. This one just seemed a little bit more iterative than I was expecting, but it had it did have some surprises that I wasn't expecting. And even though like I was thrown off initially by the badges, I'm like fully on board now. I'm like, that looks awesome. I can't wait. Yeah, I'm excited.
It was a grappling hook. That's what sold you.
Yeah. I mean, it looks fantastic. Excited to see more. It's yeah, it's cool. I don't know. I need some time to cook on this, honestly. I need some time to cook. My full feelings have not developed, but it is a beautiful looking game. It looks extremely fun. Not sold on every single element, but this is definitely the coolest a 2D Mario game has looked in probably my entire life. So that's something. So yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like. This truly feels like a new 2D Mario, and that's what I wanted. Like the ones of the new in the title, those are the fake new Marios. This feels like a true evolution of what Mario could be, where it's like pushing the gameplay mechanically, even artistically to an extent. And I can't wait to like fully play this in my house and just like take it all in, at once on its terms. And I'm excited. I can't wait.
Awesome. Well, I saw a Line of Demise asking for it, and I am nothing if but a people pleaser. So one last time, we will head over to the Jake Cam. That's right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. This has been the Super Mario Brothers Wonder 15-minute Nintendo Direct, August 31st, 2023. What a way to start your day. Stay tuned on the channel for more content covering Super Mario Brothers Wonder, diving deep in all of these crazy elements we saw over the course of 15 minutes. I'm sure it'll be hitting the channel soon, but we'll see you later. Goodbye.